We made it. We are just going to give it a minute and give people a minute to join us. Hi, I see somebody joined us. Tell us who you are and where you're from. Looking forward to seeing everybody. I jumped on a little bit late. We are busy here at the store, which is always a great thing. Always happy to have people coming in and just to be busy. I hate being bored at the store. Can anybody relate to that? Nobody else likes to do that, right? So, yeah, little by little, we have people jumping on to come see us, having a great time today on Wednesday, almost at the end of the month, 9/27, September 27th, Wednesday. The weather outside is gorgeous right now. I think it's either the high 80s or low 90s in Dallas, Texas. Where are you all? Tell me where you're from. Pop in, say hello, send me some hearts, anything like that. We are so happy to have you today. This is our What's New Wednesday, 1 o'clock. I show you some stuff that we have new in the store, introduce you to some new things, and basically chit chat with everybody that's out there. Um, I am Tisha Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store. We normally have two cameras here, and I'll probably get another camera in just a minute. We got distracted. We got busy in the store and kind of set us aside. So put us on late, I should say. Hi, Ruth. How are you? Missouri. Look, you know who else is in Missouri? Bruce Clark, who's right below you. Nice to meet you, Miss Ruth, and Bruce Clark, right below you. He's in Missouri also. He's in Lee Summit out at Lake Winnebago. We spent time with them this weekend, but in Oklahoma and had a fabulous time, always. So happy to have you all join us today. I have some new stuff. There's Jo from Illinois. She's out shop hopping today. Yay! That's fun. We're going to do our shop hop. Our next one coming up is going to be in December. Looking forward to that. And then our big one, big one is next summer. So, hello, everybody who's coming in. Kansas City, Marianne, how are you? You're right over there with Bruce Clark and Ruth Watson. Hi, how are you? So happy to have you join us, Marianne. How is the weather over there in Kansas City? Tell us what's going on. Tell us about the weather or tell us what you're working on today. I'm doing some English paper piecing, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. Um, are you going to set up the second little camera for me? Is that okay? Okay, that's okay. I was going to put the do not disturb. So, because invariably my husband likes to call me in the middle of a thank you. If you need to pop it out of the case. Invariably my husband loves to call right in the middle of a broadcast to correct me on something I said or to offer his advice. So, yes, weather's gorgeous there in Kansas City. I know, I bet it is. Y'all are starting to see fall. We don't get fall in Texas. We get hot and then cold, and that's it. And not even real cold. Doesn't even do cold justice. We get put on a sweater cold, which is really kind of annoying because I have all these really nice sweaters, heavy sweaters, and I want to buy heavy things, but you live in Texas, you don't get to wear them very much. I mean, out in West Texas, they do because they get the cold from the plains, but not us here in Dallas. Bah. So, what do you want to see first? You want to see some of the new stuff we got in? I love showing some of the new things. One of the new things we got in, look at these bags. How fun is this? I love this. The color wheel, okay? The color wheel, plus explanations on what color relationships there are and how they play together. Can you see that? I'm going to move it over that way. And you have all those colors right there. Over here, more. explanations, explaining properties and stuff. This is hard, durable plastic. It's still soft. See, I can still bend it, but it's like a heavy duty shopping bag, so it's not going to fall apart. And you might ask, why is it so big? It's big because you can put a cutting mat in there. Your big cutting mat, the one that is 18 by 24 inches, you can slip that right down in there and take it with you to class. That's why it's big. Also, they have all this beautiful artwork on the front, but what good is it if you don't put anything on the back? So, on the back, look at all this information they put back here. This is like all the information you need for sewing. I love this. I love it. So it'll have on here like a retreat checklist of everything you need to take with you. There's Debbie. She's laughing. She's also filming herself. She's hello. Let me see. Do you want me to? There you go. Okay, she took herself off. So here is information like a retreat checklist. And then over here, it gives you yardage for quilt backings, gives you standard size beds, comforters, comfortlets, and all that kind of stuff. Gives you standard size there. How to do bindings, how to cut bias. I mean, oh, and this just gives you the whole way of doing a binding. I love this. Now, you might think this is going to be so expensive, but it's not. It's $19.99. And you know what? We can fold it up and mail it to you. How cool is that? I love this. It's nice and roomy on the inside. Look at this. Because it's got the little gusseted corners. So you've got roughly, let's see, 2.5 inches. Yep, 2.5 inches thick right there. And it has all these pockets on the inside. So see, you can put more cutting mats or project books or whatever. Here's another pocket right here. So there's two right there. Here's two big ones. Oh no, this is the big separator sheet. So you would put your mat in here and then load up your other stuff right there. It has these two handles right here to carry it. Wait a minute. How am I doing this? I'm confused. Okay. It has these two handles like this to carry it. And if you want to carry it shorter, maybe you don't want to sling it over your shoulder, two more handles right here. So you've got two more handles right there to carry it. Or, and this is like when you're walking, just holding it in your hand, or you can hold it and put it right over your shoulder like this. Isn't that fun? Don't you want to get one of these? I want to take one home every time I see it. And then my staff will say no more bags. Oh no, they get mad at me because I don't put stuff in bags. I carry stuff around in Walmart bags. Yes, I do. I know. So these just came new in the store, $19.99. Debbie will put that up in just a minute when she gets back to her uh computer. She's trying to get online. Do you need help?
Sure.
What happened?
I switched the camera and now I'm just trying to.
Oh, so are you on here still?
There we go.
Okay, so
Probably this one. Camera is this one now.
there.
There we go.
Now I think we're back on straight. You have an Android?
Yeah.
She has an Android. I have an Apple. Sometimes we don't talk the same language. I know when she gives me her phone to do something, I'm like, what? I don't know what this is. I'm confused. And I give her my phone and she knows what she's doing 90% of the time, not like me, who kind of fumbles along and tries to figure out, hey, Bonnie, how are you? I got to pull my hair back because, of course, it starts hanging in my face and it makes me crazy. So I got to pull my hair back a little bit. So what else have we got going on? Well, if you watch some of my social media, you've seen some English paper piecing that we've been doing. And my English paper piecing is Lucy Boston Patchwork of the Crosses. So if you're not familiar with that, here we go. Have to go this way.
Is that gonna work?
There. Yes, it has to work. There we go. So we have, excuse me, Lucy Boston Patchwork of the Crosses, which is this one right here. If you've not done one of these, they are so pretty because you can make these little blocks in as fancy. I have to turn off, I can hear myself talking. Okay. You can do it as fancy or as modern as you want to do it, or make it really scrappy, anything like that that you like to do. It comes out so pretty. So I've been playing with it to do kits and put them together. What we are going to do with the kits, I am trying to see what's going on here. Hold on. Okay, that's better. So I've been playing with the kits to be able to have start carrying them in the store, and I have been putting stuff together to play. The kits for this, oops, are going to run $24.99, and with that you're going to get 4 fat quarters and 100 pieces of paper. And you might say, why would I need 100 pieces of paper? Because I'm only making 1 block. Well, when you get 4 fat quarters, you have enough to make at least 4 blocks. They're not all going to be the same, they're going to be different, but you can still play with them and get 4 out. So we did 4 different fabrics on this one. We have a wavy fabric like this, okay? This is actually all out of one of the fabrics. These all come out of one of the fabrics. Here is another one. This is fat quarters right here. And I mean, not fat quarters. This is one of the fabrics. And here's another one right there. So you can see, let's turn them like this. Here we go. So you can see how pretty those fabrics are and how pretty they work together. These are all 1-inch, excuse me, 1-inch honeycombs. That's what you use for the Lucy Boston. And you have so many varieties you can do. So what I figured out is that you need to cut at least 8 out of all your pieces of fabric. Some of them, if you're fussy cutting, you won't be able to get 8 out of a fat quarter. You might only be able to get 4, like right there. And right here, I couldn't get 8 of the same thing. But if I want to change my mind a little bit, I can do that too. That's the love of this. So let me show you how much fun these are, because literally you have so many choices. When you buy one of our kits, you get a sheet like this in there that will give you ideas of what you want to lay out. You don't have to follow this. There's no set pattern. All you're doing is using the 1-inch honeycombs and playing with it. Then you can use this as inspiration. You can change it up. You can change the fabrics around if you want to. They don't have to stay the same fabrics. So looking at some of these, I'm going to start off with this right here, and they're so easy to build. I'm trying to see which way to go with this. There we go. So for this, no, there we go. Yes, with these, I use a magic mirror so that I can see what I want to do. You know, I teach classes on English paper piecing here at the store. So that's my first piece right there, putting that together. Then the next thing I want to do is come in and put these. This is where it starts to get fun. It's like a kaleidoscope. And all I've done is wrap pieces of paper, which is English paper piecing. Wrap them right there. You can see how pretty this looks. You get this little cross in the middle, and then you get a little round of pink or purple orange flowers right there. Then you have these little fans going on. Now we're going to start building it in twos. And from here, I can put little mushrooms in here. Let's see, these are going to go. There's two of them right there. Let's see. You can see how it just starts building out. Who all is English paper piecing out there? Who likes to do it? I know that Terry Moser does. He's usually on here. So now I've got that one done right there. And now I can go in and put these in. How pretty that looks. Isn't that fun? You can just play with it like that. And let's say you really don't want to use these purples in the middle. Let's take those out. This is what I mean. You can just play. I can get sucked into this and play for hours. You got a whole different block right now. Look at that. Whole different thing. Whole different look now. And if I want to go a step farther, I can pull these out. Literally, I can sit and do this. And let's pull in that red. And your little stripes will run together. Can you see them running together? Let's see. This one goes there. Oops. Nope, not that. Look how pretty that looks. Whole different look now. Crazy, isn't it? How it just changes that easily. Trying to see where to get this in the picture. Whole different look now. And if I want to go a step farther, I can take these out in the middle. Let's put one of these down instead. There's something different. Ooh, I kind of like that. That's pretty. Oh, yeah. Okay. So if I wanted to do that, and let's say I want to take out these right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can put in, ooh, I could put these in. Do you get my gist here? It is so much fun to just keep playing with all of these. Linda says, so much fun. I got my templates this morning at EPP Club. Yeah. Bonnie says, I do. Marianne wants to know, when do you take the papers out? That's a really good question, Marianne. The trick to taking papers out when you're working on Lucy Boston, Patchwork of the Crosses, is or with anything that's EPP, you don't take out the papers until your whole piece is complete. Now, the reason that we say that is that if you start taking out all your papers now before, well, you have to sew them together, right? They'll start to get really lose their shape in the back. So I'm going to turn these around so you can see. In this instance, I glue basted. I am not normally a glue baster. I really like to do thread basting. It's my personal favorite. However, I was trying to get this done quickly and glue basting is much faster. So I went ahead and did that. I cheated a little bit. It's not cheating to anybody else but me, uh, because I like to thread baste. You can do it either way. Both of them are legitimate ways of putting stuff together, putting English paper piecing together. So I'm turning them all over. You can see the papers. And say you're working on a piece like this. The only ones, once I've sewn this whole thing together, the only ones that I can take the papers out of are anything that is completely surrounded by other pieces. So I could take the papers out of this, here and here, here and here and here. I can't take the papers out of this yet until they are surrounded to other pieces, okay? Because when I start taking them out, they lose their shape, right? And you have to make sure they're going to keep their shape as you continue to work. This is all done by hand. So you have to do a lot of bending and folding as you're working to get all the sides stitched together. And if the papers are out of there, they lose their shape. So the only ones that I would be able to take papers out are these center ones. Then as I continue to grow and add the edges, more fabric on here, then I can take the rest of the papers out, okay, on the edge. So with glue basting, it makes it a little bit harder because you have to peel up the fabric from your paper, which I don't like to do because it distorts my fabric a little. That's another reason why I like thread basting. I can pop the papers out and the thread stays in there so it holds the shape a little bit better. And when I'm not in a hurry, I do sit and thread baste. And that's my favorite method. It takes a little bit longer, but that's how I like to do it. Um, then you can start to pop out a few more as you surround them. Most of the time, though, you leave your papers in there until you are completely finished with your whole block and you've got the edges stabilized as well. And then you set it aside and you can reuse the papers. But when you buy one of our kits, you have 100 papers in there because you should be able to make 4 blocks and you can leave them in there until you're ready to start putting your whole quilt together. Now, if you look at some of the Lucy Boston that I showed you right here, let's see, I have to turn it this way. Here we go. Her stuff is very traditional. It has a very traditional layout. You know, that's not my style. It has to be a little bit brighter than that. And it shows all the different connecting blocks right there. That is what goes in between right here to connect them. So you have the white honeycombs right there, then you have little squares right there, and then you have a centerpiece that connects them all. You can see that this is going to be very traditional blocks. But one thing that I do like about this pattern book is that she can show you, I don't say she, like she wrote the book. It's actually her daughter-in-law who put it together. Lucy Boston lived in England, and she was a children's author. She wrote books for children. Excuse me. And she also liked to do patchwork, is what they call it there. So this was one of the quilts that she made, and her daughter-in-law decided to try to publish it. And then Linda Friends, I think, picked it up from there. So this shows you how you can do the different layouts and make different sections really pop. Thank you. It doesn't help. It's still this leftover cough I have. I had a month now. Um, excuse me. So what colors you can make pop and which ones you can kind of let take the back seat. And you can see with something like this that I had laid out, or one of these other ones that I laid out, you can see how I didn't necessarily follow the book right here, because just as you're laying stuff out, it's going to really show off. You don't have to follow something like this. You just start playing with them and it starts showing off. So much fun. So if you've never tried English paper piecing, come take a class. With the kits, I am going to start doing a little video to just show you how to put them together if you want to, but that's not done yet, because literally I just finished the kits yesterday, and then I thought, might need to add a little bit more if people haven't done EPP. You'll hear it called EPP, which is English paper piecing, because there's also foundation paper piecing, which is different because you are using a sewing machine. You're not using a sewing machine with this. Although I was thinking of ways you could use a sewing machine last night. It was like, you could do this and this and this. But yes, it becomes so much fun when you start playing with them and all the different variations. I love the fussy cutting. Let's see, how does that go? Yeah, there we go. Out there does English paper piecing. Did y'all tell me earlier that you did? Yeah, Bonnie says she does. And Linda does. She was here this morning. Looks like she got her templates. Yeah, I don't think Kathy told you about the kits because she didn't know I had done kits. I did them while she wasn't looking. So she didn't get to tell you about them. They're on the website already. So yeah, look how much fun that is. Love it. You can play, just continue to play with these as much as you want. I think this is my little favorite motif, these little, I think they look like little peacock feathers. Look at that. And then I can take. I'm going to get distracted and want to play with this all afternoon. How if I want to take this out? I can put these back in. Ooh. They're all 1-inch hexagons, so they work with each other. You can't change them around. You can't go from 1-inch to 2-inch and change it around. It doesn't work like that. They all have to be the same size so that they play well together. Look how fun that is. So literally, I can sit here for hours and do this. Literally, I can. I won't go on with this because I have a couple more things to show you. It's already 1:37. How did that happen? Oh, I know. We got on late. So let me pick all this up. Yes, I'm sorting it out because when I start sewing it together, I have to make sense of what I'm doing. And I can't see them if they're not kind of grouped together because my brain doesn't work like that. Can't figure it out. Thanks, Bonnie. I'm serious. You can just play with these forever and work and work and work. So the next thing I wanted to show you, we got in this essential card deck. Now, I love playing with color and I love to see how they play together. Like you mix this color and that color and you go, oh my God, that's so gorgeous. And then you just change the hue a little bit and you go, oh my God, that's so ugly. I love playing with color and I love it when I have little cheater cards. So this came in. This is also by Joan Wolfram. She's the same person who does the color wheel right here that we carry. We have this one. She does a poster. We have that in the store as well. She has the color palette that's like a paint chip, a fan book. It opens up, it's got all the colors on there too. So now she came out with this color deck. It opens up hard plastic. Then you've got all your cards in here. Let me see what this. Ooh, I haven't opened it, so you get to watch me open this. Okay. So it's all got plastic in there. What is this? Well, the gal did painting all fabric, and then the probably painted it. Very cool. Ooh. Oh wow, this is a big kind of set yourself free with the deck. So it's going to give you an explanation of how the deck works right here. On the back side, oh, she's got the hue cards and all the different colors right there, and your tints and neutrals. And then here is a little color wheel. It's a little bit wrinkled, but for something like this, you can what do I want to say? Iron it flat. And you might even be able to go get it laminated if you wanted to do that. If you have like a what do you call it? Kinko's close by. So these cards, there's so many of them. How many are there? How many cards are in here? 200 cards, it says right there. 200 cards. So cool. So look at these. Ooh, ooh, look at these. Uh-oh. This could be really dangerous for me. What's this? Oh, there's a divider card. So that says green. So I wonder if there's one. Oh, yeah, yellow, green, and yellow. So that would be these. Oh, so you got to kind of keep them in order. Well, I should because it's in the store, right? Okay. So look at all of those colors. And then this is going to say blue, green. I wonder if the card gets out of. It does. Okay, look how cool this is. If you get them out of order and you don't remember where they go again, look at this. It says number 6, blue green, tone 2. Number 6, blue green, tone 1, and you add gray. This one is add gray. So, oh, this is cool. Number 6, blue green, shade 1, shade 2. So, if you were to get them out of order, CD. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw something else. Okay, check it. I'm sure this tells you on the instructions, but I'm just looking at them now for the first time. So if you get them out of order, you can get them back in order because it's numbered. Number 6, blue green, 6A, blue green, 6B, blue green, number 6, blue green, 6C, D, E. You know what? This is so cool. And now we're getting into the greens. And so greens, and then it tells you to add black, which I probably need to understand my instructions. And then I can understand why it says to add black. Because it says shade 2. It doesn't, I don't know what that is. That's tone. I don't know. I have to read the instructions. And I do like to read instructions, but you know what I would really like to do? Is play with all of these. Because look at all these yummy colors right here. Look how beautiful those are. Try and do it where you can see it. All the different greens, they kind of blend in with the background, don't they? And then you have, okay, let's switch to some other. Look, turquoises, blacks, I mean blues, Oops, I gotta do it like this. Ooh, look how cool that is. Love this. Oh, look, the very pale colors, pink, and it goes into orange and corals. Yep. Okay, I am digging this so much. I hope I bought enough that I can take one home. Look at that. Ooh, and neutrals. Here's some neutrals here to see. You know what? That's really nice. Oops. Whoa. That's really nice because sometimes when you're working with a color and you want to see what it's going to look like on a gray background or a black or a tan or taupe, it's hard to tell which one you want to lean towards because, like, one like this might look okay with that background, but it really pops off of this background. This is a really super dark golden yellow. Well, no wonder it looks good because it's in that same family. But then you put it with something like this. I don't know, I kind of like that. I like that more than this one. This one goes kind of country color, but this one, it is a different hue. It leans more modern, I think. And you can continue to play with these. Now, that one, I don't like at all. Nope, that does not work for me at all. Nope, don't like that either. I kind of like that, but it's just kind of dull. Eh, eh. Ooh, I like that one. So, see, you can start to look at the different backgrounds that you might like to try to play with. Let's see. Here are some grays. Move this over. These are so out of order now. Not bad. It's okay. I like that one more. It pops a little bit more. Eh, it's okay. Don't love it. No, I don't like that at all. Whatever color that is, it's not work. That one I kind of like. So, which ones did I like? This one is white. This one I didn't like. This one I like. This is black. And by adding white, you get down to the tint 5. And that one I like more. It just shows off a little bit more. That yellow. So, see how you can kind of play with this? We've got these in the store now. I love them. 200 cards in the deck. It's by Joan Wolfram. This box is going to run $34.99. This is a great gift. If you want to give something to somebody that a quilter that has everything you can think of, this is a really good thing because these just came out. They don't have it yet. I pre-ordered it months and months ago and literally just came in yesterday or today. So I know they don't have them yet. Even if you think, oh, they have everything. No, they don't have this yet because it just came in. And it is just a fun way to play with colors. Available in the store now. Yes, and Bonnie says laminate the instructions. I think I would have to do that. I think I have to do that. And then to store it all and have it all nicely put away, we just put them all back in there. So if you're watching this show with a husband or one of the kids, and you're like, look at this, I want this, buy me this. You want to show them, come on in, tell them to come over here. The Essential Color Card Deck. I love it. We'll set one aside for you if you want it. And it comes with all the instructions just like this. This is awesome. And yes, we have it in the store. Okay, what else do I have to show you today? That might be, what time is it? 1:48. I have a few more. I don't think I showed you this last time. Did I show you these? Did I show you the collage quilting last time? I don't think I did. These are Laura Heine's patterns. Yeah, kind of. If somebody's out there and remembers whether I've shown them to you or not, these are the new Laura Heine patterns. They are collage quilting. I got some just recently for Halloween season, for spooky season. You know what? I did show it. Now I remember saying that. We still have these. And I remember the reason that I couldn't remember was because I was going to tell you about the classes we have coming up. Let me show you. Okay, we're going to turn this off. Turn off this one. We're going to go back to this one. There I am again. Okay, so let me tell you what classes we have coming up. This Friday, I've got straight line quilting with your sewing machine, with your domestic. And then right after that, we have free motion quilting with your domestic sewing machine as well. That's this coming Friday. One runs from 10:30 to 12:30. The other one runs from 1:30 to 4:30. We have In the Garden demo day next Saturday. To show you how to dress up that denim jacket a little, and also how to do some faux orange peels. You know what? You're going to fall in love with this method. Um, we have English Paper Piecing Club. They met this morning. They'll be meeting in a week and 2 weeks again on a Wednesday morning. There is a class called Foundation Paper Piecing Trim the Table, and that is learning to do foundation paper piecing. You'll be making placemats and a little round centerpiece in time for Christmas. I love this class because you can change the fabric to anything you want. Not everybody likes to do red and green Christmas. I don't. Um, You can change yours to purple and blue, purple and pink, green and purple, red and pink. You can do it any way you want, but you can match. So you can match your place settings to your decor, which is not always easy to do when you're buying it off the shelf, right? Sometimes you have to look really hard to find something that's going to match your decor. So we have that. We also have, I think the Christmas tree foundation paper piecing class is sold out. Excuse me. Hello, Deborah from sunny, cool Maine. Happy to have you. Thanks for joining us. We also have the Snapshot fold over bag coming up in October and a beginner binding class. Then we have the D-Stash Blast coming up. If you live locally, you want to make a point to come over here for that. That's when we have customers, up to 40 people here selling their stash, the stuff they need to clean out of their sewing room. There's some good stuff. People bring sewing machines, they bring yarn, anything that has to do with handwork, sewing. We had a weaver's loom, a yarn loom. I don't know what they're called. It has the big circle and you sit there and paddle it and it goes around. I don't know what it's called. She had one of those for some really cool stuff. And just really great classes coming up. The collage class I have will be in November. I don't have it on here yet, as well as a jelly roll class, jelly roll rug class. Blah, blah, blah. We have that coming up as well. So we've got some great classes here coming up that you can join us if you live in the area. So this pretty much wraps up everything I have for you today. I am happy you joined us. We will be back next Wednesday with What's New Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and I'll have new fabric to show you and maybe a couple of new samples. Yeah, we've got some in the makes. And who knows, I might be done stitching my EPP. But yeah, we've got some fun stuff coming up. So join us back next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. My name is Tisha Copeland, and I am at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas. See you later. Bye.